Hey everybody, my name is Fork, as you no doubt knew, and I would like to welcome you to the Flock. This is a very experimental first-person multiplayer spoops 'em up, where one team plays as these creatures, and then, well, everybody starts off playing as these weird little creatures that are called the Flock. And then the goal is to become the light carrier. So you find this orb of light right here, and you pick it up, and this is how you gain points. You run around with this, and as long as you have this, you'll be gaining points. And you gain these points, and the first person to 100 points wins. Now, you have this light. Obviously, why does this light matter? Well, because the Flock, the other creatures, well, they get hurt. Whoo! They get hurt by it. And the only way that they die, honestly, fairly quickly when being booped by the light. And they get hurt if you catch them while they're moving in the light. So we see that guy right there. He's staying still, so he won't get hurt. But the rest of these guys that are moving, they can and will get hurt by it. And I am not in a very good place. He just made a decoy. I'm actually kind of stuck right now. Between a rock and a hard place, but you see, I'm getting these points, and as soon as I hit 100, the game is over, and I don't have anywhere to go right now. So, oh fuck me! Whew, so I'm gonna die pretty soon, actually. Whoo-wee. Okay, so that's the goal of the game. I have to continue moving. I have to not get got, and whew, so there's usually some very good back and forth in this game, and we're gonna talk about this game because there's actually a very interesting mechanic going on with it. I've heard a lot of talk about this. I've read through the reviews and everything, and I've seen a lot of negativity about what this game is doing. So the core concept of this game is that there is a limited amount of lives for every single player. Right now there are over 200 million lives, and every time a player dies in the game, you lose. Just a little tick goes off of that total life total. One of the 200 million, like, goes away. And that's for everybody. When that number hits 0, people will no longer be able to actually purchase the Flock. And I've been going back and forth here when I didn't need to. I thought it was stuck. I wasn't. So this 200 million. Like, when that number hits 0, I need to reiterate this. This game will no longer be purchasable by anybody. Fuck. And I feel like that's important to state. The game will be playable by people who currently own it, and nobody will ever be able to buy it again. You'll be able to play it for a little bit, and then you will reach a point, they will initiate what they're calling Phase 2, which we don't actually know what it is. It could really be anything, but only people who still own the game, or who purchased the game, will actually be invited into this Phase 2. And it'll be some other experimental thing. And a lot of people are really turned off by the idea of, hey, I own this game, and one day I'm not going to be able to play it anymore. And I feel like they're kind of looking at it the wrong way. If I'm allowed to say that, which I am, I'm going to say that. Because I feel like it takes balls to go and make a game like this. It takes a lot of balls to openly say, hey, one of these days, you're not going to be able to play this game anymore. That's really a big deal. We're going to pick a different stage. And I feel like we need to acknowledge that it takes balls to do that. Now, some people are saying this could be a scam or something like that, and I feel like that's just a gut response to something so different. This is very clearly a new developer team. You can tell from some of the glitchiness that goes on. Like, if you have an Xbox controller plugged in and then you unplug it, the UI will freak out a little bit. It'll go back and forth between keyboard buttons and Xbox buttons. But I feel like that's just a sign of how new this team is. They've got a very unique idea. Some people have talked about the art and said that they don't like the art. I personally feel like this is really interesting art. A lot of people don't like how the game is very gray and very dim and a little bit, I don't know, a little bit muddy, I guess would be the word for it. But, got it. I feel like it's a testament to the universe that they're going for here, that the game is, it looks how it does for a reason. And whether that, like, I feel like maybe they took some low technical skill and they don't. Fuck! Woo, he spooked me. It's a lot of jump scares that actually goes on throughout the game. So as a flock, we'll go ahead and we'll backpedal from that a little bit, because I've said all there really is to say about the arts and stuff like that of the game. Let's talk about the mechanics a little bit. I've talked about the light carrier and how you need to move in order to keep your light charged, but actually as the flock, now that we're actually playing as them, you've got some abilities that can really mix things up, and I feel like it's especially worth talking about on this map of all places, because you can make yourself a little decoy like this guy did here. This isn't an actual player here. That's his decoy. How it works is let's find a good spot for it. Like, this might be a good spot. No, not yet. We're gonna go up here. And you go. And we make a little decoy, and we can actually teleport back to that decoy. So if we get into a rough spot, we can smack that button, we can teleport back to that decoy, and the light does not affect you from, like, infinitely far away. It's a set distance. So it's only got some range. Like, you see that? It's got some range. You can still tell when he's pointing it at you, so you know when you need to kind of be careful. And I feel like the decoy mechanic works especially well on this map, because we've got all of these statues that are just kind of scattered throughout. And it really manages to mix up how everything works, and I like how you need to sometimes be patient. So we've got him going up, and he's being a little aggressive. Let's see what happens here. Got him! No, I fried. I thought we got him. I bumped the mic. Sorry about that. There's actually a lot of, like, if you think about the game, you can try and you can toy with your opponent, and there's a lot of, you gotta juke him. Quite honestly, you gotta juke him. You gotta get around him, and he just got one of the beacons, which is a shame for me, but good for him. So this is really what the flock is. There's no way to communicate with anybody within the game, which I feel is a little bit missed. I feel like that's a bit of a missed opportunity. I think it'd be interesting to at least be able to communicate with other members of the flock. How can we get around him? Yeah, let's make him think we got two of us here. You gonna come down this tunnel, buddy? Oh, you know what I am. You know what I am, but you're gonna get too close. You're not gonna... Come on. Where did he go? Where did he go? Yeah, we got you. We're on either side of you now. Oh, fuck. I think somebody got him, or did he win? Oh, he won. Damn! We didn't think enough about what we were doing, so we're gonna play on this. Oh, we just did that one. We're gonna do Temple next. So it's pretty interesting. It's a really unique concept, and I think that the biggest thing we need to talk about here about the game is the live system, because people are really turned off by that, and people feel like it's cheap. And I do agree that the price that they're asking for the game, they're asking $16.99 US for the flock, and I feel like it's a bit too much to ask for a game that you won't be able to play again. Even though, yeah, you're going to be able to be a part of the next parts of it, I feel like that's a bit much. You do get 2 copies of the game, though. You get one for you and one for your friend. So at surface, like, when you first look at the game, you go, oh, I'll never be able to play it again. Like, $17 is a lot to ask for people to fork over and just not be able to play it ever again. That's quite a bit. I can see why people would say, oh, that's too much. But when you look into the fact that you get a copy for a friend, and it's quite a large number of lives, I feel like it kind of fixes that. Woo, we got him. So it's $17 for 2 copies, and it's honestly, like, it takes a surprising amount of time for the lives to go down. On average, I would say maybe you lose 10 lives per match. And right now, it kind of sucks that nobody's playing this, because a lot of people are very, very turned off by the idea of never being able to play it again. And in my honest opinion, that's the wrong way to look at this. Because, yeah, you won't be able to play the Flock ever again once a life count reaches 0. And there are some people who purely believe that it will never reach 0. And if that's your belief, then there's no reason for you to not play. Like, in all honesty, if you think that it'll never reach 0, then $17 for you and your friend to play this game, that's a pretty good deal. Especially since, like, you can just play it. Oh, damn it. I wasn't paying attention. I got monologue-y. Yeah, so there's that. Like, you should still play this game. Damn it, I think he got one of the beacons. And I totally lost my train of thought with that death. But you're looking at it the wrong way. Basically, is the TLDR of that. And something else worth pointing out is that people have wondered, like, you know, what if people just come into this game just to constantly, like, die? What if I just kept jumping off that cliff back there? You know? What if I just jump off the edge? Then what? What are the devs gonna do about that if people just grief? And the devs have stated that if they don't actually feel like people who grief will cause that much of a disruption. Oh, damn, we got a new light carrier. Oh, and I fried. I was too eager. He knew I was behind him. The devs have said that they don't feel like the griefing will have a huge effect on this life total. And with how slow it goes down, I kind of agree. Like, I don't feel like people coming in and going, oh, die, would really have anything to do against it, unless it were a huge raid, unless, like, thousands of people came in and they were just, like, dropping off the ledges left and right. Then I feel like we would have a problem, and I feel like the devs could do something about it. But even then, that would only be a few. It's a limited experience. The devs have been upfront about it, and they are expecting some kind of social circle to grow around the game. They're expecting some kind of community to grow around the game, and I don't think they're wrong in that. I feel like if more people were to hop into this game and see how interesting the concept is and accept that there's this limited quantity to the game, it could really grow, at least into, like, a little cult, a little niche experience. And he won. Damn it. And I'm interested to see what the lore is of this game, because everything going on with this game, the limited lives, the universe, how everything works, it's all, the devs have stated, it's all part of a lore. And we believe that part 2, phase 2, when it happens, will reveal more about this. So I hope it does, and I hope that when it happens, we learn quite a bit about this universe. But that is really the gist of everything there is to say about this. I feel like people have been, to summarize, I feel like people have been looking at it the wrong way with, oh, I'll never get to play it again. I feel like it's a unique experience, it's limited, and a really interesting community could go around this. And honestly, it's really fun. I find this to be a lot of fun. I find the art gorgeous, and I find that it could really go around, and I think that it's something worth checking out. So that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you guys next time. Bye!